Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today, this will actually be the first time you're hearing my voice and my phone's going off. Alright, wrong number. Yeah, sorry, so this is the first time you'll actually be hearing my voice. Sorry if it sounds a bit off or you can hear an over excessive mouse click or anything like that. It's just simply because I'm not in my normal setup at the moment, as I'm currently on my laptop and I was normally have my PC set up, but my PC is currently not working, so yes, so if anything looks kind of slow, that is because once again I'm on my laptop and it's not as fast. But today basically I'm going to be showing everyone how to make awesome looking thumbnails using paint.net, free software. I'll quickly, do I have the link up for it? Yes I do. I'm going to put this link in the description. Should be able to see this up top on screen now. Basically all you have to do is go to that download there, you click download, you'll run through a bunch of things. It comes in loads of different languages, so that's fine, but yeah, you go on that and then that should be the most updated version. I mean, I don't have the most updated version on this laptop currently for some reason, but yeah, but I'm going to update it soon. So yes, it's a free software, you get it, it's really awesome, and I mean, it's a lot simpler than other programs that you'd be using, so this is why I like using it quite a lot. I mean, I have tried Photoshop before, but it's just a little bit too much for me at the moment, as I just don't really understand it, but you know, some people get it straight away. So as you can see on the screen right now, I'm showing you currently just a normal background pattern that is, you know, quite effective, a lot of people use, and you know, it can be completely customizable. So for example, this background, what this actually is, this is just two layers. One of the layers is the actual design itself of these I don't know what you'd want to call them, these like, they're just transparent lines really, and then the background itself behind that is actually just a gradient of two colours. I just chose a light blue and a dark blue, and then I started off in the centre and I dragged out, and it just created a nice effect using more than one colour. So you can do stuff like that, you can do really awesome stuff as your normal background. It stands out and it's not too in your face. Like, I mean, you can easily, I don't know what this is going to look like, but you can easily just change any of the colours to pretty much look good. I mean, that looks fine, that looks nice actually. You could probably do green, you can do anything. You don't have to stick with the same shade of, like, you don't have to stick with the same colour. You could go green and blue if you really wanted to, green and red. Just obviously I would advise that you didn't do that. Green and yellow, green and orange looks kind of alright. Just keep with colour patterns. If anyone knows about like colour wheels and all the colours that correspond with each other and actually look nice, then you should probably stick with those. But if you don't, then just have a mess about with it. And then moving on over, let's change colour. Yeah, moving on over here, what you can see basically is just a normal gradient like I showed before, except it hasn't got the transparent background, so it gives kind of that that darker effect in all of the corners. So it's just literally another gradient using the gradient tool, and then I made black my secondary colour and then red my first, so that way when you pull it out with the like circular gradient, it slowly goes off into the corners, it merges off, and it looks really cool. So these type of patterns here, you can find these anywhere. You can probably find these actually on Google Images, but I just don't like how some of them aren't correct sizes and some of them don't work like as you'd need them to, like properly. So I actually got mine, I don't know why that's open, I got mine from a GFX pack. I've got loads of GFX packs in here and some of my own stuff in here, but yeah, I got mine from in there. I think it might very well be in here. Oh, what's it called? I just called it a transparent pattern, as that's literally what I could think of it as. Other people probably actually know the proper name for it, but I didn't really know it. So you can practically get anything. If you really felt like it, you could get some sort of smoke effect. Just put it in the corners. I will be showing you all of this, don't worry. Not every single one, but I'm going to be showing you quite a few. Let's have a look at my mixed textures. You can always grab something like, for example, you can get anything like this, for example, this is a nice. If you have any of these sort of backgrounds at all, make sure obviously, I first should have said this at the beginning, make sure that you either have the image in 1280 by 720 or you resize it to 1280 by 720, because that is the size of a YouTube thumbnail currently, and I'm pretty sure that always has been. I'm not sure if they're going to change it anytime soon, but that's always been the size of it. So always make sure it's 1280 by 720 and it doesn't look too stretched or like elongated or anything. But yeah, so as you can see, it's just got to be something plain in the background to start as your base layer, because then you can add your text to it. So we're actually going to carry on from this. We'll take away those two, as we accidentally just went over the top of our other background. But starting off, I'm just going to call this background. You can do that by double clicking on the layer, so just double click on it literally like that, and then you can rename it, change the like layer opacity of it and all that. We're going to call this main text. And I have, obviously, since I do this quite a bit, I've downloaded quite a few different fonts. As you'll see, it takes a while to load up all my fonts, but I've downloaded quite, well, a lot of fonts. So I have quite a lot of choice, but to start off with just normal fonts that you get with Paint.net, you probably only get like around, I couldn't give you an exact number because I can't quite remember, but you don't get as many as what I do, and they're all pretty simple and boring. Now, when I say simple and boring, I'm guessing simple and boring is actually quite a good way to go, but not like normal, let's say like Arial font. If anyone knows what the Arial font is, it's the normal, when you go into Word or something, it's normally the original font that pops up on your screen. It's something like that. So, as you can see, I've got loads and loads of crazy weird texts. Once I find one, I mean, you can have anything really, something like, I'm going to come back to those, because actually they're good for secondary texts. I like having something like thin. Alright, where's that actually? I know what we're going to get. I know what we'll get. Okay, so you want to make sure the text is obviously quite large, as unless you're having loads of pictures on it, which I advise you probably don't have loads on, you probably should only have like one or something. But I'd advise that the text is actually quite big, as it needs to catch the viewer's eye. Otherwise they may not, most of the time for me, I will actually click on a video if I see the thumbnail has got exactly what I'm looking for. So say if I was looking for, I don't know, we'll type in, what's it called? We'll type in my YouTube username, okay? Now this font is actually all in caps as it is. I did actually type that lowercase as well, but oh well. So you want to make sure it literally covers up the whole screen. Maybe go bold if you felt like it. I'd say 160 would be nice. Yeah, so you want to make sure that takes up a good proportion of the screen. Like, if I can get an example for you, I'll show you one of my thumbnails that I've made before. Let me just have a... Alright, I'll get you this one. So this is my... Oh, I didn't need to do that. Hang on. You've already seen it now. Whoops. So I accidentally added the layer and that would have ruined the whole one that we're doing. So this is mine that I did for my gaming channel. One of the videos I did a Advanced Warfare glitch, Call of Duty glitch. So as you can see, I've got a picture in the background with a blue, I basically just got a blue square, put it over the top, and then changed the layer opacity a bit so you could still see behind it at the Advanced Warfare character, and then added some quite large text that covered up most of the screen. I made sure that the out of map area down here, I made sure that this bit was basically the largest part, because that's hopefully the bit that everyone actually came for, was to see the out of map bit that I did. And then obviously I have the name of the game, I had the map, and then I had what the video actually was, and then I had a a thumbnail overlay that I put on everyone to say it was mine, so no one else could take them. But yeah, so that's basically what we're going to try and do. So we have GFX Playground written up the top, quite a big text. What I'm actually going to do is, you'll see down the bottom of your layers tab there is a duplicate button. I'm actually going to duplicate it and then slightly move it over like that. That was a little bit too much actually. And then we're going to go to the, out of the two, you'll now have two. You're going to go to the second one. And I'm just going to change it, for now I'm going to see what it looks like, I'm going to change it to red. So as you can see, it's now added like a bit of a bit more like colour to it, and it obviously makes it look a little bit better. I wouldn't do this for every single piece of text that you do, as it will get a bit repetitive, and after a while it can kind of get hard to read if it's all the exact same kind of style. So that's how I would normally lay out my title text. And then I'm going to make a new, I've made a new layout, and I'm going to, oh whoops, I'm going to call it secondary text. Okay, so this, basically, you can either have this as the same font but like smaller, or you can, I would advise, if you don't have the same, if you're not going to use the same font, I'd say get like a thinner font, like, let's have a look if I have it. Like this font, for example, we'll make it white, and we'll have it at about 108. We will write right, that's actually far too big. Okay. So as you can see, this is a very thin font, but it still stands out quite a bit, as well, it's like, it's still, for me it's the way it's shaped. It's very simple shape of all the letters, and you can clearly read it from the size of the thumbnail. So I would normally have that underneath, and most of the time if I have more than one word, I'll have it stretch all the way across underneath the main title, so it kind of all just fits like that. I mean, if it leaves like little gaps like so, like we can see like around here, then it's completely fine. It doesn't really matter, it's just a personal preference. And then I'd either leave that like it is, or I'd click the duplicate tool again like we did last time, and I would go up to the effect tab, blurs, and I don't know how you pronounce that, I think that's Gaussian blur. Probably going to get corrected for that, but normally I'll have it on 44 for thumbnails, as I need it to be quite a bright blur. But basically what it's done is it has now just since I duplicated the layer, put one behind it, and then I've just blurred it, so I've basically just smudged all of that text, and it kind of just gives it a bit more of an outline, and just kind of lightens it up a little bit. So I could have that, but I'd advise, if you want to do that blur, by the way, there are many more blurs, there are different types. You can do motion blurs, all this surface blurs, all different styles of blurs. If you're going to do a blur, I'd make sure that you have the exact colour you want before you do it, as after you've done it, you can't change the colour of it. So say if you did that and then you did loads of other things and you went, oh hang on, I want to change the colour, you'd have to go all the way back through your history, and when you go back, let's say I move up to here, when you go back it completely takes out everything, so you won't want to do that. You have to make sure you've got it before you go and do anything else. But as you can see, that is quite the simple title right there. And then I would either have, normally I'd either have more text covering up the whole screen so you can see it, but we're actually going to right, that is what I'll be having as my secondary text, like so. I'm going to have it roughly there so it fills up the whole screen, and then we'll duplicate it. I'll quickly go to the yeah, go on, I'll do it actually. I'm going to go, I'll do the Gaussian blur again. I was thinking about using another one, but it's fine. I'm going to do the Gaussian blur. And then, if you like the look at you when you do Gaussian blur 44, but you see that it like starts to touch a little bit, you can always just grab the eraser tool and like go around. But you have to be very careful with that, as it can stand out quite a bit if you remove loads of stuff. So I'm going to use the merge layer on the layers tab. I'm going to, hang on, if I put that down, there we go. I'm going to merge our secondary text and our other secondary text, just so that they're in the same layer now. But yeah, just always make sure that the one you just blurred is underneath the one that is like still clean text. Otherwise, when you merge them together, the one that's blurred is always going to be on top. So whenever you merge text in this program, if you've never used it before, just remember whatever layer is on top that you have currently highlighted, when you click the merge tool, it's going to merge that one down with the one below it, so whatever was on top is always going to be on top. That is basically the text. Now, I don't want to actually add an image, as I don't have any sort of image that I would need for this thumbnail, but say if you was doing, I'm going to keep on referring back to gaming, as I have another gaming channel that I make all my thumbnails for, but say if you was doing some COD video and you did it with a specific gun, sometimes I would get the actual gun and put it in my thumbnail. I thought it just looks quite nice. But I'm going to quickly grab some sort of smoke effect. We'll grab that one. Again, I do get these all from GFX packs. Let's see if I can make this happen. Oh, I made it work. Sweet. So, as you can see, that is actually it's actually enlarged the whole. Right, I'm gonna have to quickly, if this ever happens, if it ever gets enlarged because you've added a picture that's too big, you're gonna have to move some things around, and then you can go up to image, resize, and then just change it to 1280 by 720. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm going to blur that out, sorry if you heard the background noise, but yeah, so as you can see, I've just added a little bit of, oh whoops, moving the wrong one, moving the wrong layer. I've added a little bit of smoke. I'm going to just change the opacity of it a little bit so it's not as bright. I'd say about 110. So as you can see, it's added a little bit more of a, it's kind of merged in with the Gaussian blur that we did recently, so it's kind of, it's actually worked out really well, I think. If I just move these out of the way. Yeah, so you can see it actually looks pretty cool. Just remember, I'm not making your thumbnails for you. You can change this all completely with your own creativity, so please do mess around with it. This channel is obviously new because this is only my second video, so please don't be afraid just to leave a nice comment or like the video, or at least subscribe. It would be awesome. So yep, thanks everyone for watching. I hope this helped, and I'll see you all next time.